like the hobnailed feet of soldiers running over me. Emperors built imposing temples and walls on me. I have been here for a long, long time. I have seen many wonders, gods, secrets. I am the city of Jerusalem. Vision face. In front of you are some stone objects that have been here for 2 millennia. They tell us about Herod the Great, the temple that he rebuilt, and the Antonia fortress that he constructed next to a pool named Strufield, with steps leading to it. These objects are fragments from vaulted ceilings and door frames and the capital of a column. They come from the Antonia fortress where, according to tradition, Jesus was condemned and started his way of the cross. And what about these stone bullets? Probably they were used by Titus in 70 AD to destroy my walls, the houses, the temple, and the fortress itself. So great was my downfall. I was destroyed many times, but I always rose from the ashes. The beautifully carved stones in front of you were found near the Damascus Gate. They tell us about another Roman emperor, Hadrian, who found me in ruins around 60 years later. Seeing me so devastated, he decided to build me anew as a Roman colony. Here we can identify the stones he used to cover the pool with a big square. We still have the remains of a small altar, a stone bench, and the pedestal of a column. As you can see, this is a holy place. These important remains came to light around a century ago, right here, and ever since have been preserved by the fathers of the Studium Biblicum Franciscanum, especially for you, so that you could get to know me better. I am Jerusalem, a city shaped by the passing of time, entwined with the traces of history. Hey, turn around, listen to my story, the history of emperors, conquerors, pilgrims, and God who became man.
Herod the Great, an Idumean, ruled over the Jews from 35 BC to 4 BC by being both clever and cruel, and by leaning on the power of the Romans. He wanted to be remembered forever, and therefore built many great cities and buildings, like his personal palace in Jerusalem. But the project he expected to give him most fame was the rebuilding of the temple and the construction of the nearby Antonia fortress, located on its northern side. The fortress was next to the Strufield pool and its steps. Tradition holds that Jesus was judged and sentenced in the Antonia fortress. This is why pilgrims start walking the way of the cross from this place.
The chief priests and elders brought Jesus in front of Pilate and accused him of claiming to be a king, affronting the emperor's power. Pilate brought Jesus out and sat on the judgment seat at a place called the Pavement, but in Hebrew, Gabbatha. And he said to them, "Behold your king." They cried out, take him away, crucify him." So they took Jesus, and carrying the cross himself, he went out to what is called the place of the skull, in Hebrew, Golgotha.
At the time of Herod the Great, Golgotha was located outside the city walls. The area resembled an abandoned stone quarry and was used as a burial ground. Here, public executions were performed, such as the crucifixion. Nearby, Joseph of Arimathea had purchased a new tomb where Jesus was buried, the Holy Sepulchre, which was later celebrated by building a big church. In 70 AD, the Jews' Great Revolt brought about the invasion by the Roman army led by Titus, son of Vespasian, who was about to become emperor. With the support of the 10th Legion Fretensis and after a protracted siege, Titus conquered Jerusalem, starting with the Antonia fortress. He then went on on to systematically destroy the city. In 128 AD, another Roman emperor, Aelius Hadrianus, came to Jerusalem and found the city devastated except for a few houses. This is when he decided to establish a new colony based on the usual orthogonal grid plan, calling it Aelia Capitolina, after his name. The city was built around the monumental Cargo, the main north-south oriented street starting at the Damascus Gate and crossing the whole city. The Roman Forum and the Capitolium, the main Roman temple, were erected to the west of the Cardo on Golgotha and the Holy Sepulchre area. As a result, this was now in the very center of the new city. Golgotha and the Sepulchre were covered by the foundation of the new temple. The pool at the foot of the Antonia Fortress, next to where you are now, was covered by Hadrian to create a paved square. Remains of the Roman paving, the Lithoscodus, are preserved here, while the pool is right under your feet. Hadrian raised a three-arched gate, known today as the Ecce Homo Arch. In 313 AD, the Roman Emperor Constantine granted Christians the right to practice their religion. He had the pagan temple destroyed in order to build a great basilica. It was the first Christian basilica in Jerusalem.
I have no greater care than how I may best adorn with a splendid structure that sacred spot which I have disencumbered, as it were, of the heavy weight of foul idol worship. May the church surpass all others whatsoever in beauty.
The basilica was inaugurated in 336. It was composed of the Materium, a big five-nave basilica, the Triporticus, a hall containing the rock of the crucifixion or Calvary, and the Anastasis, with the empty tomb of Jesus. Under Constantine's successors, Aelia Capitolina was filled up with many more Christian sanctuaries. The Constantinian Basilica, St. Mary of the Probatica, Holy Mary of Zion, Nia Church, St. Sophia, St. Peter and Gallicantu, and the Church of Silo. This is when Jerusalem gained the title of Holy City among Christians. 3 centuries later, in 614, the city was destroyed again by the army of the Persian Empire. However, it was subsequently retaken by the Byzantine Emperor Heraclius, who also regained the relic of the true cross previously stolen by the Persians. Heraclius invested great effort in rebuilding many of the churches destroyed by the Persians. The army of Caliph Umar conquered Jerusalem in 638 with no significant changes in the holy places. But the city was enriched by 2 remarkable mosques, the Dome of the Rock and the Al-Aqsa Mosque. In those times, Muslims, Christians, and Jews lived together in the holy city for more than 3 centuries. In 1009, Caliph Al-Hakim ordered the Basilica of the Holy Sepulchre to be completely destroyed. The same fate befell many other places of worship.
Hakim wrote in Syria to Baruch, who was in Ramneh, for him to demolish the Church of the Resurrection so that no trace of it would remain.
Concern for the holy places in Europe led to the desire of revenge and the will to reconquer Jerusalem and make pilgrimages possible again. The Christian rulers joined the First Crusade launched by Pope Urban II. Led by Godfrey of Bouillon, the Crusaders entered Jerusalem in 1099 with considerable bloodshed. The Latin Kingdom of Jerusalem lasted only 88 years, but in this period its face was changed by the construction of many new holy buildings. The Holy Sepulchre and the Hospital of St. John, the Curia Regis, the Temple of the Lord inside the Dome of the Rock, and many others. Since then, Jerusalem experienced many changes in its rulers who enriched the city with various buildings, but its city plan remained substantially unchanged, apart from the walls that were built in 1540 by Sultan Suleiman the Magnificent. These are the walls still surrounding the old city today. Little by little, starting in the 14th century, the tradition of the Via Dolorosa developed, and pilgrims walk it to this day and identify themselves with the Passion of Christ. The Way of the Cross is made up of 14 stations, from the Praetorium in the Antonia Fortress to the Holy Sepulchre. Jesus is condemned to death. He carries his cross. He falls for the first time. He meets his beloved Mother Mary. Simon of Cyrene helps him to carry the cross. Veronica wipes his face. Jesus falls for a second time. The women of Jerusalem cry for him. He falls a third time. His clothes are taken away on the Calvary. He is nailed to a cross, and he dies on the cross. The body of Jesus is taken down from the cross and anointed with perfumed oils, and he is laid in a nearby sepulchre from which he will be resurrected on the third day.
Voices of the pilgrims echoing through the streets of the city. They come to us from all times and invite us to follow them in the sorrowful path. It's time to go now.
So ayan mga ka-IT, natunghayan nyo ang kasaysayan ng Jerusalem na may kaugnayan kay Jesus. Kung nagustuhan nyo itong video na ito, maaari lang po mag-like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell para lagi kayong updated sa mga videos ng aking ina-upload. Maraming salamat po sa panonood and God bless.